This is the typical morning routine. The nights are so long that you're up well before daylight, and I put that pot of coffee on and I sit back and I just put a little bit of light on so I can see what's going on in the cabin, and have a couple fresh logs on the fire down there. Sit back and just relax. It warmed up in the night. I don't know what day it is. I must be, real quick. Must be January 8th at least. It warmed up in the night last night, and yesterday it got to maybe 10 or 12 degrees above Fahrenheit here. But in the night it's warmed up to 20 above Fahrenheit. Might be going up to 25 or so the day before it cools off again. So I might take advantage today and slack off the hauling and the work. Oh, I'm going to haul some rocks. I got my trail packed up to a few boulders, and I'm really anxious to find out if the trail's going to hold up for pulling those rocks in. And I really do need some more good boulders for when we put the porch on the new guest cabin out there. So, well, I'm going to try not to get working too hard today. Tomorrow it's going to be back to cold again. Maybe a high of around 10 above Fahrenheit. So that'll be it'll have the trail frozen down really good. So I got some eggs I'm going to scramble up, and Drone Man David had brought out some frozen hash browns. I'm going to finish up that package. Well, that's probably after I kill this first pot of coffee. I got an early start on it this morning. After all the bird counts, I was worn down pretty good, so I was sleeping pretty good a couple nights there. Crawling down there in my bed about 7 o'clock at night, listening to the radio, maybe working a crossword puzzle, do a little reading, and wake up a few times in the night. Next thing I know, it's almost getting daylight, 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. This morning I woke up around, it must have been around 6, and usually I just throw another log in the fire and get it nice and toasty, but this time I thought, no, might as well get up. So here we are. A little bit of snowflakes drifting down out there, but been a good relaxing trip. I never had any idea I'd come up, and I'll be here, if the plan works out, I'll end up being here almost 2 weeks before I go home. I was so busy with the first week of bird counts and getting the trails, there was that west trail, getting that cleared out so we could walk in and out was a mess, and I had to pay my dues. Fortunately, David had made that nice track coming in. He'd come in the slush. With a foot of snow on the ground, he'd braved, and he'd cut the brush off the Gustafson Trail over there, and he'd come in and got the stuff. So I don't know how I was actually brave enough to do it, but I drove in there on that. But with Kevin taking off and being all alone, I wasn't going to leave my vehicle in there. I wasn't that brave, so I got it parked out west. It's such a nice walk out that 3 miles going to the west, so I don't see that as a trudge at all. That's just even Kevin commented, that's just a nice, just go out and take a walk. So no problem there. So, well, time to pour another cup and kick back a little bit, maybe. Think about breakfast. Maybe some spruce grouse will show up today. With it warm like this, they haven't been around since I got here. There were some tracks out there. Of course, the Canada jays, they're hanging in the wings out there all the time. I might have an extra pound of ground venison to put out there for them to peck at. They can store that away for their spring nesting. Be a little treat for them. So let the day begin. about this? Picky? Hey. You know what that is? I had some more pie crumbs I dumped over there. I like that better than cold pancake. Well, my plan of hauling those boulders, and I wondered about it, it didn't. I dug them out of the ground, 3 years ago now, I guess, and I put little rocks under them so they couldn't freeze down, but after a couple, 3 years, they're frozen down enough, even with a sledgehammer, I couldn't get them to crack loose. And I really don't think I could have got them to move anyway. It's over a half a mile, and there's too much rough country between here and there. A lot safer maybe just let them sit there and use them as seats when I walk by. No, pretty mild out here today. I got my speakers and call some birds. I think I'm going to go out on the trail, maybe out toward Hawks Pond, and goof off a little bit. They'll find it. We got just a little bit of snow last night, and with the warming temperatures, I ran that snow dog up to try those rocks, and I hauled one load of firewood too, so kind of took the crust off the top of this trail. I can actually walk along without crunch, crunch, crunch. I'm still making some noise, but really crispy before. There's our fork in the trail. I think I'll take the road less traveled up this way. If I see any fresh prints in the snow, I'll know they're fresh because this little dusting just stopped a few hours ago. More of the things that wet snow brought down. Seeing a lot of squirrel tracks down below going crisscross on the trail. My most interesting game camera all the time. I'll pull the card out and take it home because there's 100 and some images on here, but take a little peek while we're at it here. So far a whole lot of nothing. Maybe sun shadows jumping around and triggered the camera. I was a little concerned about this beast, but it's actually one of my easier pulls coming in.
That's not balsa wood. It's probably about 500 pounds right there.
Another day winds down in the dark like it began. Got my Bluetooth speaker and my little MP3 player. Just playing a little Johnny Cash as I got some lasagna in that little cubby hole in that wood stove. Got some lasagna heating up. Easy supper tonight. Got more logs hauled today than I planned on. I planned on hauling those rock, but that didn't work, so I'm back to getting some of the logs out. Got one more I may take the hoist out, electric hoist thing tomorrow and pull it up where I can get it on the sled and haul it out. That project will be done. Whacking up a little of that tamarack back there, that the ends that I didn't use for logs, and hauling it back for some firewood. So just enough to keep me occupied. So we'll have that supper and go and lay down.